Ball 53. Away we go. The 2019 AFC Championship game is underway. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Mariota now on 2nd down. Going deep for Walker. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Now, Barney.
A 1st carry for Kenyon Drake. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they'll set up with a 2nd and 1.
That 1st down run could not have turned out worse for a defense because when they came out on the field, their #1 mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On 1st down, Drake. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Tally, that is catch #1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
A pitch out to Drake. Finding room inside the 40. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 54 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now they'll run with Lewis. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for him right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now Lewis. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They run. This is Lewis. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Mariota. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, Mariota steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Succop. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he powers his way up past the 30. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll look to throw here. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Detroit! Gun!
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Second catch in this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now a handoff for Drake. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll drop to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Alert 86. Alert 86.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And now it's 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Watch it now, Barney!
3rd and goal, it's Drake. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
They'll run. It's Drake. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kenyon Drake with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are in for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. This is Lewis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. A first down throw for Mariota. Flush to his right. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call this broken play?
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out come the Dolphins now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Over!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Gonna throw right side here, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Gun! Over!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. to throw now on first down. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll go down at the 28. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll set up to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Grant. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They try again with Lewis. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he's got him in, Corey Davis. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On the give, this is Drake. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Drake. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now back to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, that wasn't a real confident throw, but I think we can understand why with the way this game has gone. He's been harassed, moved out of the pocket, sacked a bunch of times. Makes it tough to get set and throw.
Yeah, pressure's been relentless. It was relentless there. A dangerous throw downfield. On third and short, Drake. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
Back to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit, Detroit. Over, 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 over.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is
they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Second down, Mariota. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Mariota to throw it. Trying to improvise. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Mariota now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities, you get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. He got 29 yards that time.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Mariota now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Dumps it off to Lewis. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Succop, from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Succop will put this one right through, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, They're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On play action, they'll throw. It's caught. Stills, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, 65 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Raymond now on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
One.
From the gun, Mariota. Escapes the defender. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That one goes for 24 yards.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
down carry for Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Back to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Charles Harris in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage is excellent downfield.
He'll look to throw. And Walker with it over the middle. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Delaney Walker in the final minute. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go down.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Grant. 23 yards on the play. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Now he's forced out left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.